How's everyone doing?
Welcome back to Real Hazardous. I think I'm sitting in the dining room or something. We need to tilt the camera or something.
Can you guys hear me now?
Oh, you couldn't hear it? You're not talking about
Might not have. A lot of people. Here, let me get you in the shots here.
something. Hey, glad I could join.
Yeah. Glad to have you.
Glad to have you guys. Hey, we're going to talk about the bait was there. We got there, we caught, what, about 4 dozen
How's it going, Romeo?
redfin greenies.
Yep, 4 dozen greenies.
The water was smooth.
Yep, it was
Today,
dead calm.
dead calm.
The fishing was pretty flat too.
Yeah, well, we got one kingfish by accident. I think we actually got him when we were leaving.
Yeah, I think we were actually pulling in our lines, and he kind of hooked them. I guess he did. Funny.
Yeah, but I almost felt like it was a shark or something. It's been real lethargic. And so we went to one of our favorite areas that we've been catching fish all year long.
Mm-hmm.
We had one hit, didn't even take the bait. Cut it.
Just barely cut it.
Yeah, never cut it. I don't know, maybe we got hung up in a hook or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Chad was out there on the team at Rogers, and he was having a rough time too, so I didn't feel so bad.
Yeah, he got 2 next to us.
Yeah.
Romeo, I see, he said Hurricane Laura is messing up fishing in the Gulf.
Well, I would think so, yeah. I wonder how long it take it to calm down after that goes through.
Mhm.
I would think that surge might even bring some good fish into the coastal areas, maybe.
I want to think personally.
I mean, it pulls all this fish with them.
So let's think about like we've got plenty of hurricanes in our experience, and like last year, remember we had that hurricane, and I don't remember when that came in, Monday or Tuesday, and we were out fishing Saturday, and it was flat.
Mm-hmm.
The weather was fine. It was beautiful, but
Did we catch any fish that Saturday?
we had one
before that. We
like
had good.
throwback redfish.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was just
that's
it
right,
because
that's right.
we couldn't find bait,
Right.
and water was dirty,
Mhm.
and I think that swell just shuts fish down, pushes them out.
Yeah.
They go deep, they go north south, something. So
Now the week before that came in, we had probably one of our best kingfish days, and I guess
Yeah,
they got hungry.
I think it was a couple weeks, but yeah,
Yeah.
middle late August. But I don't know. I just can't think of any.
That's nature's way of flushing out estuaries and cleaning out garbage and stuff. That surge in there and bringing that stuff out. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean it's all part of nature. It's just when it goes through, then you can enjoy the water, enjoy the boat, enjoy the swimming, but I haven't had much success with fishing.
Yeah, maybe I shoot some fish or something.
I haven't had much success diving because the water's so murky.
Uh-oh.
Our first dive trip, it was after. The storm wasn't even that close. It was off the coast, but there was a swell. For some reason, that swell dirties the water up.
And you can't even go to the movies on movie theaters or something.
They might be starting to open, actually.
We'll see.
Well, you know what, guys? There's plenty of Real Hazardous videos, okay?
All right, so if
If
you
you're
get bored,
bored, watch our videos, okay? If you just want to chat with me, just give us a call.
yeah, and we're talking about doing what? Anything else innovative here in the future? Yes, adequate.
Mhm.
We've been talking about doing that one for a while.
Thank you, Romeo, for watching every video.
Thank you, Romeo. We need more of it.
Yeah.
Stay your friends.
He also said nice Wahoo lure video.
Thank you. Glad y'all liked it. Yeah, a couple people asking. I was glad to finally be able to rig one up. You know, I like rigging my own lures and stuff.
I will say this though, since Jeremy's been doing ours, I think we only lost a lure one time, didn't we? And then that was because they got tangled up or something.
Yeah, the lures I've lost have been like we had a line get tangled up and the line got cut.
Right.
I haven't had it break. I mean, I haven't had like any of the connections fail. I haven't had. What's weird? I have had fish cut through wire. Like I used to rig on that video. I did it with 480-pound cable, and I used to do 275. And one time, I don't know what it was. All of a sudden, my lure is like it was a daisy chain, and it was dragging funny. And I pulled it in, and the last little fish. It's not like it took some line and cut it.
Mhm.
I mean,
Like it cut it off on the head.
it's like it ran up to it and just snapped it. I mean,
Right.
didn't make any clicking sound. We're going fast. We got a heavy weight. You would think, I could see a big shark eating it and like shaking his head a few times and cutting it, but man.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
So that's why I do 480.
What you got there, Ken?
First catch fishing asked, hey, what's up?
How's it going, man?
Hey, first catch, where are you at, guy? You know where are they here?
Not totally sure. I'm sorry. I know first you've commented before,
Mhm.
and we get a lot of people, and I can't keep up with everybody.
Right. Hey, some of the
Sorry.
things that are coming up, some of the good fishing, the flounder should really start to pick up, especially as the water, when it starts to cool down a little bit. Tends to run them out of the
Mm-hmm.
feeder creeks, and they stage up along the deeper spots in the river. And we usually do pretty good getting big fish during that time. Same way with trout, your baits are already starting to come out in pretty good droves, migrating the mullet and all. So it's got the tarpon stacked up at the mouth of the inlets. and
Yeah.
Some of the things you guys not, which is what we probably should have tried Saturday,
Yeah.
or diving or something.
Diving would have been good too.
Right.
One of my favorite fisheries that I found over the last couple of years that's about to start up is the bull redfish.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty fun, and I'm really excited about the full of bull redfish tournament. It's October 3rd this year.
Right. And guys, when you fishing that the redfish thing, it's a relaxing thing to fish. In fact, back when we used to have football games, we'd actually listen to a football game and
Yeah.
fish at the same time. But I don't know if they have that anymore, do they?
Yeah.
That's a COVID extinction there, or what?
Last year it was pretty crazy, in that it was the first time doing that tournament. It was a fun tournament because you don't have to burn a lot of gas. It is kind of a relaxing tournament, but we compete. So I'm technically competing against my dad, but at the same time you want each other to do good. So it was neat in that you're in the river, you're fishing a tournament. It's fun. There are a lot of fish. It's not like some king tournaments where you're fishing for one big fish. You're trying to catch a lot of redfish, hoping to get the biggest catch and
Right.
release.
Yeah.
And,
so every time you hook one,
Yeah.
and plus you're not hurting the resource either.
Mhm.
You turn the fish back, and so everybody's happy. You're not killing nothing.
Yeah, and last year was the big Florida Auburn game, so that was pretty exciting.
Exactly. So we turn the radio on and listen and
Mhm.
see what happens. What you got there, Dave? Kevin?
First catch fishing.
Did you say Dave?
What?
Just say
I meant to say babe, but it came out babe.
Dave. Heck is Dave.
Anyways, they were in Mayport. First catch
Oh,
fishing.
cool.
Sweet.
What kind of boat you got? Have I seen you around?
Yeah. Well, we see about everybody catching the
Snapper.
the bait off the
Mhm.
netty, so there's a bunch of people.
Tom said that he enjoys the videos. Great tips. Thanks.
Okay, Tom, thanks a lot. And if you got any tips, let us know too, because we're always interested in seeing how to do things better too.
Romeo said he'd be in St. Augustine this December, high-speed trolling for Wahoo.
Sweet, Romeo, call us. I don't think we hit December yet. We did one time in November.
Yeah.
After Thanksgiving.
That's not December.
The day after Thanksgiving in November. My wife is over here. You should put the video on her. She's about to bust the gut over here.
Anyways, Wayne is doing good down in Ponce.
I was going
See?
to
First catch fishing is in a blue cobia 28, and he's seen us a couple times.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Yeah, just holler at us. We always like to hear from you guys. Down in Ponce, I understand that the kingfish was doing real good here. I know at least last week. Isn't that where Greg goes?
no, he was
Who?
Platka.
Hmm.
No, not
Ponce.
No, it's not that one. It was
The other Ponce.
what's the pier between
Flagler.
us? Flagler.
Yeah, because that's a P.
It's kind of like a
Flagler.
P.
Flagler is Flagler closer than Ponce?
Yeah.
Flagler's like St. Augustine.
Okay.
Romeo said that Tampa is the capital for redfish.
Okay.
Tampa's the capital for redfish?
Yeah.
Sorry, for a minute, my mind, I thought you were gonna say, I thought Kid was gonna say the capital of Florida. I was like,
I understand that down in Tampa Bay they catch a lot of grouper and all kind of stuff. I'd like to get down there and try that.
Yeah.
And they sent some big manglers, I think, off the bridge down there too.
I had to go to Tampa for a class one day, and I actually brought a little fishing pole and found some public park and tried to wade fish there, but I was only there for like a day. I don't think I'd get tied, but I have heard really good things about fishing. I'd like to fish there. Maybe we'll come down and fish with you if you don't mind. We'll just surprise.
Okay, first catch fishing. He's the guy who said that he caught an 80-pound wahoo a couple of live streams ago.
Right.
And
Okay.
you
I remember
said to
that.
send it on
That was-
Instagram, but you
that
didn't
was
have
nice
one.
fish, yeah.
We
That
could
was
also send it to what? Facebook
Mhm.
or
Facebook, realhydras@gmail.com.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 We actually wanna get a photo board going
Mhm.
on the after, so you guys can send us in the pictures, so we can be envious of you guys. You know, catch all those big fish.
and Jose was saying high speed troll for everything. You cover more ground.
I agree with that. You know, when we first started doing it, Jeremy, I tell you, I was like, no, this is boring, you know. But then when we slow speed troll, we caught crayfish, you know. So I'm like, you know, high speed, at least you get good fish.
You
Mhm.
thought high speed was boring, but you can bottom fish.
Oh, bite fish,
Not
bite fishing
move.
is always good. You know, bite or something.
See, I've always been the opposite. Like high speed, like troll and fishing. Some people find it boring. I've always I haven't found it boring because I'm not doing anything. Like when you're trolling, you need different tactics. You know, keeping track of your buddies.
With
You're
some
changing out baits, adjusting baits.
pulling grass off hooks,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes it's a long time in between bites, you know.
It is.
It's always nice that when you that first one out or the first or second line out, and you hook one right then, and you're pretty much set for
Yeah.
the day for the rest of the fishing, even if they slow down.
Those are great trips. But at the same time, then I think of myself in hunting, and I think, I spend a lot more time not killing anything hunting than I do, trolling and not catching a big game fish.
That this is true, but
Yeah.
you get up, you sit up in nature and see all the other wildlife.
But the advantage to high-speed trolling is high-speed trolling allowed us to catch a lot of good bottom fish because we
Right.
found a lot of good spots high-speed trolling.
Right, and that is the big advantage to it. Hit that mark button when you see that
Mhm.
bottom. And most of the time when you're way out there around the ledge and around, sorry about that, around there by the ledge or the elk bottom, and you find a good bottom, you're going to catch fish, triggers,
Yeah.
or the big vermilions or
And yeah.
orgies or something.
And to be honest, that same bottom is where you'll catch a lot of wahoo.
Right, right.
So-
Yeah, they're looking for the same thing that
Yeah.
you're catching on the bottom, those
Mhm.
vermilions and all.
What else would you high speed troll for? What other fish besides wahoo?
Well, we've got dolphin high-speed trolling.
And kingfish.
Kingfish, yep. We have tuna. I know we've caught them beneath
No,
it. I think we had
cotton.
tuna.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever got to the high speed.
Mhm.
Did we?
I
Did
don't
we
know.
caught one or
We-
not?
I can't remember if we caught like a skipjack but maybe we're still working on that. But probably those are the big high-speed ones.
Right, and the good thing about it when you do, I feel what we got was an amberjack high speed this time, remember?
Yeah, I kind of dropped it down a little bit. I was still going like 10, 11 miles an hour.
But you-
Excuse me.
Yeah, but you can tell the difference when a amberjack and a wahoo hits. And I even told Jeremy, I said, it's like it stopped. Wahoo's going to greyhound it.
Yeah.
Fish it.
Mhm.
But it's more enjoyable catching an amberjack on big wahoo high-speed tackle.
You get them in much quicker, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Because they were saying if the fish thinks that the bait's getting away or running from it, he'll be more aggressive. But Romeo only wants to do wahoo when he's high speed trolling.
Yeah, I agree. I think it triggers, it's kind of like bass fishing too. When you're working those plugs real quick, it triggers them into a response.
Mhm. Yeah.
I guess you could say if he could choose, he'd want to
You
catch
wanna
wahoo.
catch wahoo. That's
I
right.
heard a song like that one time.
Yeah. Big hit.
I was in the car on the way home yesterday and the original song came on, but all I could think of was the
The
wahoo
wahoo.
lyrics to it.
There you go. So did we have another comment here just pop up?
Well, I think Jose was talking about big baits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
use big
right.
baits, find big fish.
No, I agree with that too. Of course, we've caught some big fish on little baits too, and we've caught little fish on big baits. So you
That's
never know.
true. Probably my biggest dolphin and the biggest wahoo were actually on the smallest baits out at the time. It's
Mhm.
ironic. But I know a lot of, big baits catch big fish.
Yeah, a lot of times when we run that shotgun that's way out
Mhm.
that we do for tuna, when we're at high speed, I think wahoo will hit them and we lose them.
Mhm.
They'll cut them off.
I got I made a custom lure. Made a lure in the machine shop once. Caught Thor's hammer. It's 4 pounds, about this big around.
Yeah, he gonna get too thick when he bites that one. Maybe.
You gonna let me pull that one this year?
I don't know. You gotta have about a 22 reel to pull it. About a 300-pound test line. It's so heavy.
He doesn't like me pulling it because he doesn't think he'll catch a fish. It won't catch little fish, but when a fish does hit it,
Yeah, I
it's
wonder
gonna
what
be a
they
beast.
think when they look at that. They'll probably look at that thing like, man, that is a weird looking thing right there. I ain't eating that thing.
Like there's a whale coming at me.
Yeah, that's nasty. So, croakers should start kicking in, and then, you know, your sheephead and your
Yep.
whiting and pompanoes,
hmm
all your stuff along the beach.
Shrimp?
Shrimp.
You heard anything on shrimp?
Yep, they've been catching a few shrimp. They haven't gone crazy, probably because we had so much rain. They got to quit kicking it. Probably because we've had so much rain,
What?
and rain doesn't mix well with shrimp. But they say once they get up in the river, they'll stay up there and grow up when you have a lot of rain. So we'll see.
I just have this image of shrimp going crazy.
It's
Shrimp on
been a day for you, hasn't it, Jeremy?
shrimp on the bottom of the ocean. Shrimp haven't gone crazy yet.
Yeah.
Shrimp jumping at you.
Yeah, like Jose said, every day is different. We know that. Or we say big lures, big wahoo.
Exactly. But any day on the water, unless you're like drowning or broke down, it's probably better than a good day at work, you know.
Yeah,
Or
Yeah.
being stormed upon or something, you know, dodging lightning bolts.
there is that philosophical question.
Philosophy.
Philosophical, the
We
art.
need to work on that
of
one.
philosophy.
English. Where's Christopher at?
Philosophical is a word. the point I was trying to make, this is neat, guys. Listen up. If you're a charter captain and you have a bad day of fishing, how does that apply given a bad day of fishing is a bad day of work?
That's true.
Or if you're filming for work, you're filming fishing, and that's your job.
You
Same.
get off the water. Well, you take a nap and that's happening when there ain't nothing biting.
If
That's
they
the way
all
to go.
remember the bean bags,
Hey, Kayla, wake up. It's time. We got one on. Fish on.
that wakes me up.
Then by that time, it's fish gone. Then.
Oh, okay. Trying real hard said, he did real well with the mangroves inshore yesterday.
Where is that here? See in Jacksonville? Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know where all these people live.
What's that?
Big ones?
Well,
like offshore Jacksonville big ones?
no, not like 7 or 8 pounders, but like the ones we catch in the Keys. I catch them here.
Yeah, we caught some.
You're saying salted shrimp and sardine chum.
What?
That's what he used.
Tastes like chicken.
Okay. Romy asked, what's the perfect drag on your reel for wahoo?
Perfect drag.
Depends on what you're pulling.
Jose said he does it by hand and depends on what reel size you're using.
Well, Jeremy doesn't do it by hand. He's got one of these little thing meters. And he
Oh.
keeps pulling it back and pulling it back. Hold
Yeah.
on. A little bit more. A little back. It weird.
So, two ways really. The one is I have my reels, my lever drags marked. So, the way I look at it is whatever your line capacity, your line strength is, I set, because on your reel it goes up to strike. And then you can actually use it as a button you push down, you can go all the way to full.
Lock.
Right. So strike is a third of my line strength. So for example, if I'm fishing 60-pound line, strike is 20 pounds.
And that's a lot of dragging too, by the way.
Yeah. On 80s, it would be more like 26 roughly.
What about the 130s?
So 130s, obviously that's a lot, but I've never had to go up, and I've got a lighter top shot, so I don't even do.
Yeah. You get 130 line, you just hook it up onto the thing that pulls your anchor up on the front of the boat, right?
Right. So
You're windless.
I'll set my strike at that. So I know if I go up to strike, I know exactly what my drag is. But if I'm high speed trolling, usually I'll just put my drag just enough to keep it from free spooling or they're pulling out. And the reason I'll do that, which is probably 15, 16 or 18 pounds, not quite full, but it's pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I'll do that is because if it gets tangled or if it snags grass, it'll start pulling. I'm like, oh, I need to check it. 9 or 10, then you can't really do that because your drag, I think it's too light to set the hook. So I'll just go ahead and set it up, 16, 18 or strike even.
Right. And when we're pulling for kingfish, we're setting the real height on those, aren't we?
Yeah, same thing as I mark it because I really want to get dialed in. Okay, I don't trust my hand, and then the fact is, my hand pull is different than my dad's hand pull. Is different than guests on our boat if they pull it by hand.
Yeah, we must have had a really strong
Yeah.
guy one day, but
Yeah, that's a lot of variation, and I don't want to chance it. I don't want to be saying to myself afterwards, was there too much drag or was there too little? If I use a scale and say this is 3 pounds exactly, and they're all 3 pounds, if they're all pulling loose, then I know something's wrong. And once I dial it in, which I like 3 pounds, I'm just not going to lose as many fish because there's not that guessing game. There's not the variation. It's dialed in, and it's where it needs to be every time.
I was saying, trying real hard. He's from the jetties, or was at the jetties. Not
Okay,
from-
cool.
that's at the jetties catching the
Yeah, the mangroves and shore.
mangrove. Oh, very good. Were you using live shrimp or mullet?
I told you the salted shrimp and sardine
Oh,
chum.
okay.
That's when you looked at me like I was crazy.
I know what the salted shrimp was in some too. But anyhow, yeah, I'll catch them on finger mullet, but you have to let them have it when they're doing it. You feel them snapping at it. Just let it have it so they start pulling on it.
You read that?
So
The salted.
he said, trying real hard, said salted shrimp was a joke. But I was laughing because I'm thinking of that line from Tombstone where the guy was like, I was just fooling, and Doc Holliday goes, I wasn't. Yeah. Because I salt my stuff. I
He
call it a
does.
brine. Salt and baking soda. I salt it and it like preserves it. Like, you know,
Like
Garlic salt.
It. Jeez. Someone's got a problem with salt. Someone's got a problem with the garlic, and someone once went overboard with the pepper. So.
Yes, we all.
Mine
have
was
our-
on purpose.
We all have our problems with our spices.
Yeah, but like literally, I do that brine on everything, because like I'll go out the next time, and then you put it on your hook, and it just kind of like falls off.
Mhm.
And if it's on your hook strong, you're more likely to catch the fish, right? Because if you got like, say this is terrible, there's a hook, and your bait's like hanging off here. The fish bites it and pulls. He's gonna pull it off the hook. You're gonna feel it, but you're not gonna you're gonna set the hook, but there's no hook to set. Or a circle hook, you know, you'll feel it, but it'll just pull right off. If it's tough, they're gonna try to like inhale it, and they'll keep working up the hook, and then they'll eat it. Then you can set the hook.
In theory.
Yeah, which is why I remember when we were kids, you used pork rinds on our hooks,
Mm-hmm.
and those things like lasted the whole trip, right?
Right, yeah, remember when your brother was little, I sent him out to the pond, we have a pond behind our house, and I put a piece of pork rind in it, I think I got like 50 gram on one piece of pork rind. He's like, man, I like that bait, I don't have to rebait all that, you know?
Yeah.
But anyhow,
Mm-hmm.
so anything else we got going there on the reef?
Not at the
We
moment.
got a lot of videos in the work. I don't know if you guys hear snoring. It's a dog.
Yeah, that's
I
dog
said, I
over
don't think
here.
like some scuba diving or
little dog.
something.
Yeah, little poop eater, beagle
Beagle.
about this big, and they snored like a gorilla or something.
Evidently, he doesn't find our show that entertaining.
Right, yeah, he's been asleep since we started, so that'll give you an idea.
So,
Is there a lot of bait up north?
Yeah.
Miami, yes. Keys, hard.
No, in fact, the pogies this year has been horrible.
it's terrible on bait this year.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought they were down with you guys.
exactly. The greenies, but what's weird is they'll be here one day, and they,
Mhm.
who knows where they get to. Sometimes it'll be like one day, yeah, the next day, no, and then back again.
Even jig and bait was hard. Like, we've done a lot of dead bait and artificial, and there are tons of fish around. They're hungry. They're eating this stuff, but
Right,
it's crazy. You think they'd be following the bait? Must be up north. I don't
right.
know.
When we've had the pogies this year, good. We've caught fish every time. I mean, good fish, but up until you know, the greenies, you can't chum it. And one of the things we like to do is chum when there's live baits.
Yeah,
And I think that really turns the fish on, and when you only got 2 or 3 dozen of them, you can't really chum. So
right.
I think that hurts us a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyhow, anything else there, Captain?
Okay, so tomorrow's video is pretty cool. We catch a monster mutton snapper. He's
Oh
a-
yeah, that was fun.
It's pretty cool. We showed a little bit of ballyhoo, how we use that. Mutton snapper, a little bit of yellowtails. It's pretty cool. It's our
Mhm.
biggest mutton we've ever caught.
Right.
So,
And I think we've gotten into muttons before. remember how they dive down and break us off? Well, we're using that, super ultralight line. So I think they've been there the whole time. It's just a matter of, you know, you probably, if you had a little more backbone, you might catch a few more of the bigger ones.
Right. Romeo was a beagle.
Yeah, a
Exactly.
beagle. Miniature beagle.
Not y'all's.
She probably waited, she just woke up and looked at us when I said beagle. I guess she knows.
Okay. Let's see. I got the email of the fish. That's what I was checking on. Or the wahoo.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Sweet, thank you.
Alrighty.
Well, any other things you want to add?
No, it doesn't look like it's gonna be a fishable weekend this weekend. So,
Yeah, a little rough.
Yes, so it'll probably be next week before we get out, maybe
Offshore.
offshore. May hopefully during the week I can find some shrimp. If I get a good report, I'm gonna sneak out there and see if we can catch a few, and we'll let you know.
Well, thanks for watching the video, guys. Live video. Don't forget the video tomorrow, and we'll see y'all next time.